It's date night on the lake. I've had a few boat motors in the past, and I will hands down always use a 4-stroke outboard motor. I mean, it's been almost a year since I started this, and I started on the second pull. You just can't beat that.
Pretty impressive.
It's the first one of the season.
It's a dud.
It's a little yellow perch, but it's okay. It's a fish.
Hey, congrats. Isn't that sad? This is the first time you fished this season.
No, it's terrible. I've usually
It's August.
10 times by now. Just been a busy summer.
This whole vlogging thing.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Takes up all our time.
Catch and release.
So on this date night, I brought this book, which is a marriage journal that we have used quite frequently in the past. We've honestly kind of fallen off the bandwagon with it lately, huh?
Gotten lazy.
Yeah, we're kind of recommitting ourselves to doing it weekly, like it's designed to be done. We love it, we just were letting life get in the way. It's called Navigator's Council, the Marriage Journal. It's put out by Jeremy and Audrey Roloff. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. If not, if you're my friend, I've talked about it probably several times before. But it's 6 weekly questions that are designed to open communication, help you connect, and really just grow your marriage. And so I stinking love it. I think it's so good for us to just get on the same page.
Yeah, the questions just kind of help you like regroup every week and make sure you're on the same page about a lot of stuff, and also like see what each other is going through. If it's been a busy week, then it's easy to kind of get stuck in your own schedules.
Yeah, you'd think a lot of topics are talked about naturally in marriage, but I think busyness just kind of prevents us from getting heart level with each other sometimes. And so let me read to you the 6 questions. First is, what brought you joy this week? What is something that was hard for you this week? What is one specific thing I can do for you this week? Is there any unconfessed sin, conflict, or hurt that we need to resolve or seek forgiveness for? What is a dream, craving, or desire that has been on the forefront of your mind? You got a fish? Oh, nice. What is it?
Another yellow perch.
The same yellow perch you caught a second ago?
Slightly bigger.
Okay. So while he cares for that, good job.
Thank you.
So what is the dream, craving, or desire that has been on the forefront of your mind? And lastly, how can I pray for you this week? So it is written from a Christian perspective. It has short devotionals in it as well, but this is just creates a set aside time to really share your heart with your spouse. And it's been a great resource for us, huh?
Yeah, I think it's while we're doing it, it just, like I said, it helps us regroup and get on the same page about a lot of stuff.
Yep, and my personal favorite question of them all is what is a dream, craving, or desire that has been on the forefront of your mind? I think that works really well for our relationship because Ben doesn't often always tell me exactly what he wants, and so it's a set aside time for me to ask him. What would you say your favorite question is?
I like the what can I do for you or how can I pray for you this week, because it's the person asking it is offering themselves as a act of service towards the other person.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's like specifically asking how can I serve you is really wonderful. So absolutely recommend it. I'll have it linked down below. They rebranded so it looks completely different than this, but this is a 52-week journal, and it's fun to look back over the previous months and see where you were at. But their new branding is just called the Marriage Journal. It looks beautiful, so I can't wait till we fill this one and we can get the new one. Here is some incredible transparency for you all about the chaos that is my spices. Today I'm tackling this project. I have this cabinet along with this one right here, and they just really need some love. So with the help of my mom, we are going to be repackaging and labeling these. I have even more of these bottles, and I'm going to be actually laying them in this drawer. But I feel like all of you organization junkies may just love this awful before and what I hope will be the beautiful after. This is the spice rack that I've had since I first had my first apartment, and they're just too small for me, honestly, and I needed more. So we're going from that to this, and we're gonna be laying them on their side in a drawer, and I have a new label maker coming to label them just so. We have some bigger ones for some of my bigger things. It's just gonna work so much better, and I'll be able to have it all in one place rather than 2 or 3 parts of my kitchen.
I shouldn't do that right up over the spice.
We're trying to guess who's gonna be the first to sneeze, and I think it's gonna be Mom.
It's shy. I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
Did you have a sympathy face over there, Jaren?
You helping me sneeze?
No, I thought I needed to sneeze, but
Sniff that, and I bet you will. Do it.
Do it again. Does it make your nose itchy? It made my nose itchy.
Oh, here she goes again. And this is how we have the boys set up while we're getting our project done. Jaren, are you hanging out in Wes's crib? You've never been in here, have you? All right, buddy. Oh, you're pretending to sleep. Oh, good boy. He just woke up from his nap. All right, have fun. I'll come check on you in a minute.
why?
All right, so for Jaren's birthday, I gave him a toy that will sort of help him learn to tie his shoe. And I said, if you learn to tie your shoes, we'll take you out for a treat, Uncle Ben and I. And he thinks he's got it. You did it! So, you earned some ice cream, huh? Seriously, good job. You tried on Uncle Ben's shoe, huh?
These are my pants too.
Hey, I'm proud of you. High five. I couldn't finish the project yesterday because my label maker wasn't here, but it just came in the mail. I literally met the UPS guy in the driveway. I was a little excited. Okay, I happened to be outside anyway, but I got an embossing label maker, so it doesn't need ink, it doesn't need to be charged, you just buy the tape and you do it manually. Plus, it's really the look that I wanted to go for, that black label embossed look. I'm gonna be taking all these bottles. Right now they're sitting on their, on the sticky note telling me what they are, because some of them look exactly like each other. And rather than doing a couple cabinets, I'm going to be putting them in a drawer, laying down so that all of their labels are facing up. and it'll all be in one spot rather than 2+ cabinets. So let's get organizing. All right, one thing I am realizing is I can't fit the full name of a lot of these spices on the width of the jar. So I'm doing some abbreviations, and I want to ask, comment down below if you know what this abbreviation stands for. E, B, T, B. EBTB. I'm gonna give you a really good hint and show you what the spice looks like. I bet that helped a lot of you out. Anyways, I'm a little obsessed with this spice. I use it every single day of my life. And so comment down below if you know what EBTB stands for. All right, so my project is mostly done. I do think I need to get a few more bottles for spices that I have a lot of spices and I didn't realize it, but let me show you the semi-finished product of the spices. Isn't that pretty? I tell you what, I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with the label maker. It was so easy to use. These bottles are just so orderly. I still have to get a label on that one and I have one extra, but I have some more spices that I do need to get more bottles for. I had a lot more spices than I ever imagined that I do. I'm gonna get a skid resistant or like more of a tacky contact paper underneath so that as I open the drawers, the bottles don't slide a bit. One last thing, I will be linking both the jars I used for this project and the label maker in the description box below. I got them both on Amazon. The prices really weren't that bad. I feel like the jars were sort of middle of the road price, but they are glass. They seem to be really good quality in my opinion, and they're an investment I'll have for years and years to come. And then I was shocked by how inexpensive that label maker is and how well it works. So I'll be linking those down below in case you also are gonna tackle a project like this.
Right now I'm getting ready to keg the beer. It's been sitting in primary for a little over 2 weeks, and right now I'm doing what's called cold crashing. It's sitting in the fridge, and what that's going to do is cause all the yeast that were in suspension to kind of settle down to the bottom, and that just makes the beer a lot more clear. Then we're going to put the beer in the keg and force carbonate. So this beer will be ready to drink in about half an hour. When I first opened it up, it looked a little bit darker than I was expecting, but it smells really great. Right now I'm going to siphon the beer out of the fermenting bucket into the keg using gravity, and then we'll carbonate. Alright, I'm ready to try pouring my first glass and trying the homebrew. So the beer came out really foamy. I'm not really quite sure what that problem is yet, but I gotta do some more research, and it's just getting some of the bugs ironed out first time kegging beer. But overall the taste is really good. Probably one of the better homebrew batches I've ever done, so I'm really happy with that. Let's just stay tuned and see if I can figure that problem out. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to check in next time.